Stardrive, this is Blake's 7, Series 4. Really enjoying this series. I know some people don't like it as much, but I love it. I love Blake's 7. It's my third time go through, and it's my third favorite show of all time. So here we go. Let's talk about this one using my space system. Story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best. Storyline, 2 out of 2. I like this one. This is a upgrade your ship episode. Avon, it starts out pretty cool with them trying to kind of ride the waves of this asteroid. Doesn't turn out too good, so Avon's plan failed. One of the few Avon fails. You can't be perfect every time. But anyway, so they're kind of messed up. The ship's messed up, but they found out about this Stardrive, which gives you standard by 12. You've never really gotten that fast before. It could possibly go up to standard by 15. So they're all really happy about finding out that you can get even faster, and that's really important because they want to outrun the Federation as much as they possibly can. Now, this isn't the Liberator. It's not as powerful, so they definitely want that speed. Find out that the Dr. Praxton, who is a lady scientist, has discovered this technology, and she's given it to the space rats. It's basically like, think of like Lord Humongous's guys, but space version. So it's like Mad Max kind of. They go to the planet, they got to infiltrate it, get the Stardrive, hook it up. I loved this story idea, upgrading the ship, getting ready, getting a base, acquiring people. Now, this is like the big attack on the Federation. This is sort of what your serialized show would be. Okay, we got to get weapons, we got to get people, we got to get headquarters, got to upgrade the ship, go back, attack the Federation, finish them off, right? Servalan is sort of around, but hasn't exposed herself. She's sort of just like, oh, I'm the commissioner now. I'm not Servalan. So there's a lot of like things in play here. That's why I like this season. You're getting to see a lot of like factions forming. The space rats are kind of goofy, but whatever. They're a product of their time, but they are kind of neat, and they are kind of scary because they don't care about anything. So I do like that part of it too. So I really like the storyline here. Pacing 2 out of 2 for me. There's a lot of action. There's like a car chase and stuff. That's pretty neat. There's like separating the group, split the party, as we say in Dungeons and Dragons. You split the party. So you got Dana and Villa going off on their own, and then you have the other 3 doing their thing. And they're almost sending Dana and Villa as a distraction and to get captured, right? But it's all kind of working together, right? So there's that going on, which I thought was really cool. The space rats are there with Praxton, and they're kind of interesting. I like what was going on there. So every time they would break back and forth. So there's like 3 different groups doing lots of things. It feels like it's fast paced. The artistry is 2 out of 2, man. There's a lot of different locations here and a lot of little visual effects that they've done. The asteroid stuff in the beginning was pretty damn good. This is probably the best that we would have ever have gotten from a show in that time, with that budget, with the backing that they had, right? Or lack of, or whatever. People, like a lot of British television, we know this from Doctor Who, they find sci-fi to be kind of goofy, right? Like they're like, oh, it's just monsters and rubber suits or whatever, and they don't really give much importance to it. So this looks as best as it's going to look. So that's why I'm giving it a 2 out of 2. The characters, 2 out of 2, man, because everybody on Blake 7 is awesome. I actually thought the space rats were pretty neat. And what was there's the one guy's name, I can't remember it now. He was like Uga or something. What was his name? I'm trying to see if I can find his name. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He was kind of cool and crazy. Praxton was kind of interesting. I love the way Dana immediately got into the character, like, oh yeah, we know her, we're students. And she goes, oh, remember us, Doctor? Remember we were your students? Oh, hey, didn't you have a better drive than this one? Yeah, this isn't as good as the one that you had before. And they're like, what? And the way that she manipulated the space rat guy, that was friggin' cool. And Avon was like, okay, let's hook up the drive. They're coming after her, and they're like, well, we got to activate this drive. It's like, or we're dead. It's like, but if we activate it, the second Praxton makes that connection, it'll be a live connection, and she's gonna die. He's like, well, we're gonna die. We're all gonna die anyways. So this is our only shot. And they do it. And at the end, they're like, what about Dr. Praxton? It's like, who? Like, who's that? Oh, awesome. Absolutely brilliant. Enjoyment factor, of course, 2 out of 2. I loved this episode, 10 out of 10. Um, Look, I know and again, I'm trying to scrutinize this as much as I can, but when you just love everything that's going on, it's very difficult. I just happen to really like all this stuff, and I think it's really damn cool. So love this episode. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, check out the playlist. That's it. Until next time.